Squid Game. So everyone's talking about Squid Game these days. I just watched that a few days ago and it was a fantastic show. So today I want to show you some entrepreneur lessons I learned from the game. Yeah, because my channel is about marketing and entrepreneurship, and I noticed that you can learn so much from the show. Even though the show is bloody and violent, but guess what? I think they have so much lessons that if you don't have those bloody scenes, it's really hard for them to convey. That's the reason why I still recommend the show. And the first lesson I learned is take risk. So for many weeks, I was actually procrastinating because I am making the business decision, but because of fear, I don't really do anything, right? But after watching the show, I go ahead and make the decision because I know that in business, if you fail, all you can lose is money. But in the game, if you fail, you lose your life. But actually, there are many things in your business or in your life. Guess what? You have to make decision even though you are not sure which route is the best, right? So sometimes in the game, they will show you, there are many games, they actually don't tell the rules, but they ask you to make decision. They ask you to choose some path, to choose some shape. But you still have to do that because that's life. Most of the time, you don't know the future is like but you have to make decision right now, right? So in the game, if you make the wrong decision, you would definitely die. But in real life, you won't die. So the best way is that you can be conservative in making decision, but you still have to take risk. And actually, this game give me so much momentum because it let me know it's okay to fail. It's okay to take a risk, right? You have to take risks all the time. If you approach a girl you like, she may reject you, right? Or if you try to ask for a deal, if you are trying to close someone, they may reject you. And it's okay. It's okay. If you don't approach them, you got zero chance. You will never get anything. You will never get any sale. I remember the scene that the main character, he was lying on the floor because he was scared to death. And his friend reminded him, hey, if you're lying here, you will die. And that's a great reminder. If I do nothing, even though I may not lose money, but I will lose my business in the future because I have to make those business decisions. So lesson number one is take risk, right? I'm not saying that you have to gamble or do all in. I think that's the last smart thing to do is all in. But you have to take a risk when you can. Lesson number two, follow the rules. So when I was watching, they're playing the red line, green line game, and what I noticed that, hey, it's pretty much like SEO, yeah. So you can think about the doll is Google, and those people on your website. So you try to reach to the top, but if you violate Google's policy, you will lose your traffic overnight. That's the reason why following the rules is so important. It's like Facebook ad, right? So we have so many creativities when it comes to writing copy. We have some formulas to write great copy, but if you don't follow Facebook's policy, guess what? You will lose your account. And that's the reason why in business, you have to follow the rules. And so sometimes I really think that we are actually the slave of Google and Facebook because we are creating content for them and we are paying them to get clients. So yeah, this is the truth. But they got the power. They are the god of marketing, right? Lesson number three. Think outside the box. So when they are playing the honeycomb game, they were given a honeycomb, or you can call it a cookie, and a needle. And they were asked to take the shape out of the cookie or honeycomb. They don't actually tell you to use the needle, but everyone eventually used the needle, try to take out the shape. And that's actually not a smart move because with the needle, it can break the honeycomb easily, right? So actually the main character, he came up with other ways. He tried to leak the honeycomb and he eventually successed. And that's the reason why in business, you don't want to follow the convention people are telling you. Maybe people are telling you, hey, you should do cold calling, hey, you should do webinar, hey, you should build funnel, but guess what? Most of the time, if you try to follow others, you can only get the same result as others. So the best one is you can see what other people are doing and try to innovate the solution. This is number four, strategy, synergy, and teamwork. When they're playing tug of war, the most member in the main character's team are basically women and old men, and they only got few guys in the team. But their opponent's team, they got old tough guy in their team. So they were like, okay, we're going to die here because we don't have strength. We only got the women and old people. But then the old guys say, hey, tug of war is actually not about the strength. Strength is really important as well, but if you have the right strategy, you can still win even though you are weaker. So they try to talk about the strategy, and also he talked about how important the position is in the game, right? So you have to put the right people at the right place. And also they talks about they have to follow the leader, right? So they have to do all the things at the same time. So it's pretty much like a teamwork. So when it comes to business, most of us are small business. So most of the time we have to make smarter decisions than big business because we don't have the capital. So we need to innovate the strategy. And that's really a great part for me because it reminds me so much things about running a team, running a business, how important it is to communicate with your team member. This is number 5. Don't believe in anyone easily, right? So when they are playing the marble game, they will ask to team up to find a partner. So originally they think, okay, we are going to play this game together. So they find their best friend and their family and make it a team. But after that, they were told that, hey, you actually have to play with your partner, and only one of them can survive. Right, so people starting to betray their family or their friends, and they will come up with many ways to cheat their friends. They say, oh, we're a good friend, we should be able to win this game together, things like that. And you can see people are betraying their best friend, their partner, their family in the game. So I think it's really brutal, but it's actually really realistic for me. So in business, you will have some times you have some friends and family approach to you, say, hey, we got the opportunity, we can win this together, we can make money together, and they eventually take all your money, right? And this happens all the time. So what you can do is, don't trust anyone easily. If possible, protect yourself, right? So sign a contract or using PayPal, but don't trust anyone easily because in business, people are betraying each other all the time. Lesson number 6. Learn from other people's failure. So in another game, they were asked to work through a bridge, and on the bridge there are 2 different glasses, right? So there are ordinary glass and there are tempered glass. So if they step on the ordinary glass, they will fall and they will die. If they step on the tempered glass, it's okay, right? And they also they got to choose their order. So someone will go first, someone will go later. But eventually, people who go first died, right? So what does this tell us? So in business, it's actually not smart if you choose to be a pioneer in any kind of business model, right? So if you're the first in this niche, in this like market, it's really hard. You try to figure everything out yourself. You can still win if you have a big capital. But if you're a small business, the best policy is see what is already working and try to innovate your path. Innovate a new way, right? So you try to learn from others' failure and try to come up with your way. But try not to be a pioneer in any kind of new business if you are a small business. Lesson number 7, no business success can compensate for the failure in the family. So during the game, the main character, he eventually won billions of dollars. So he went back home happily, and only to learn that his mother is already dead because no one is taking care of her, right? And also his daughter was taken away by his ex-wife. So right now he lost everything. It's actually a great reminder for entrepreneurs because we try to play the entrepreneur game, or we try to start a business because we want to bring the better life to ourselves and to our family. But sometimes we eventually lost everything. We get money, but we lost a family. So it's a great reminder that no business success can compensate for the failure in the family. So you really want to really ask yourself, what do you want? Do you want another $1 billion? You want another $1 million? Or you can earn a little less, but you can have more time to be with your family. So that's a video for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you soon in the next video.